ahead and talk about some animation. So for right now, I'm going to go up to my Polystar tool. I'm going to go down to its properties, and I'm going to look at the options. I'm going to make sure this is a star, and notice I made it 8 sides. I'll click OK. Now for this star, I want this to be red. And I'll just simply click and drag, and notice now we have this kind of starburst with 8 sides. Now I'll go out to 15 frames, and I'll right click while it's selected. Notice I just clicked on that frame right here. I'll right click again, insert a keyframe, and now I could scrub my timeline, and I see my starburst is in my timeline for those 15 frames. Now I'll go out to frame 20. I'll do the same thing. Well, you're probably wondering why. Well, one of the reasons why is that way I could see exactly what's happening here inside my timeline, and I could see it in my stage. So for example, if I just go ahead and let's say insert a keyframe here, and I'll remove this keyframe or clear it, and right here I'll just go ahead and delete this, and I'll put in a rectangle which will be blue. I'll click and drag that out, and from here, let me just clear this one. I'll select all, go down to my properties, and I'll select the shape tween, and we can see it goes into that shape, but we don't really have an area where it pauses to see, hey, this is a starburst. It just kind of goes into that. So what I can do, I could go, let's say, to select these, remove the tween, go to frame 5 here, right click, insert a keyframe, and then select that shape tween. Okay, and now if we go ahead and scrub my timeline, we see that it stays for that for 4 or 5 frames, then it starts to transform. Alright, now we'll do this for the rectangle as well. We'll go out to 30th frame, right click, insert a keyframe, and I'll remove this tween. And I'll go out to, let's say, 45, insert another keyframe, and I'll delete whatever I have in frame 45 like I did 25. Then I'll get my text tool, and I'll just type in animation. And for this, I'll make this a different color as well. So I'll just go ahead and select the purple. And very important when you're animating text, you want to go up to modify, break apart. If you don't do this, your animation won't work at all. And you're not supposed to do this just once. You're supposed to do this twice. Now let's take a look here. We see now each letter has its own properties, but we can't really disfigure it like an object. So I'm going to select my word again, go up to modify, break apart, or Control B, and notice now I can simply click and drag and kind of edit these properties. And I'll Control Z to edit undo. Now I'm going to go back up to my timeline. I'll select the 45th and the 30th frame. I'll go to shape tween once again. Let me drop down my action scripting here. And now you can see that it will go to animation. I'll go out to frame 50, insert a keyframe, and I'll remove that tween. Also, I want to make this loop, so I'll copy this frame, and frame 1, I'll go out to, let's say, frame 70, insert the keyframe, and I'll select all again, go down, and I'll simply hit shape tween. Alright, and now we see the animation should go to the actual starburst, but it doesn't. So I'll just go ahead and select, right click, copy the frame once again, go out to 70, and paste the frame. Alright, and there we go. Now I could scrub my timeline, and I could see that this will work. Also, I could go up to Control, Test Movie, or Control Enter, and here's the actual animation that we've created inside of Flash's product. Now, as we move along and we talk about animation, we're going to actually be talking about how we could create movie clips working with behaviors and action scripting, and that will be all included inside of this title.